Okay. So, do you want me to just go ahead, Chair?
All right, we're streaming? Okay, yeah, welcome to the Metro Washington Area Committee of the Montgomery County Delegation. It is December 21st, and this is our pre-session meeting. We've already had our bill hearing, so we're gonna have a work session and possible voting session today on 4 bills. I wanted to thank Rebecca for setting this up and for being very organized with Google folders with all the information about the bills. There's bill summaries in there, the testimony from the public hearings, and everything. We have some representatives here from WSSC and Park and Planning and from Montgomery County government. It's good to see Kayleen. She's not a stranger to these meetings because she previously worked for Department of Legislative Services. She probably drafted some of your bills. I know she did some of mine. So anyway, we're glad that we get to still work with her in a different capacity, and DLS's loss is definitely Park and Planning's gain there. For the first 2 bills, I wanted to hand it over to the Vice Chair because I'm the lead sponsor on those bills, and then I'll take the next 2 bills before we wrap up.
Great, thank you, Mr. Chair. Let's begin with PGMC 100-22, which is Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, Montgomery County Council and District Council voting thresholds. And so this was the one that adjusts the adjust the sections to match the new numbers. I don't know, Delegate Carr, did you want to give a quick summary of what the bill does?
Yeah, you were exactly right. It's basically just reflects an 11-member county council that the voters approved. That's going to start next term. So the bill doesn't take effect until the new county council is seated, but there's a number of references in the state code that just had to be updated.
Okay, great. So are there any questions about the bill or any discussions on the bill?
Madam Chair, I move favorable on the bill.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye and stick your thumb in the air.
Aye.
Aye.
I think that's unanimous for the record.
Aye.
And congratulations, Delegate Foley, on your first official vote
Thank
as
you.
a member of the General Assembly.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for me to defend.
Yeah.
All right, great. Let's move on to PGMC 101-22, Montgomery County Planning Board Open Meetings Video and Audio Streaming and Minutes. And so this is the bill that requires the video and audio streaming and requires written minutes and publicity of the resolutions. And I guess that matches a lot of the bills that we've put in recently, including last year's WSSC bill. Are there any questions or comments that folks wanted to make about this bill? Any discussion?
If I could, as the bill sponsor, yeah, so this bill is very similar to a bill that was put into a very smart delegate who's also the vice chair of this committee last year for WSSC. In the written testimony, there was testimony from Park and Planning that they might have an issue with the minutes requirement in the bill, but I've since spoke to Adrian Gardner. So my understanding, Kayleen, you can confirm this, is that we're good to go with the bill as written, and no need for an amendment.
Yes, that is correct. I've been told that we will not be doing any amendments.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion on the bill?
Move
Anyone?
favorable.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye and stick your thumb in the air.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? I believe it's unanimous. With that, I will hand it back to the chair for the remaining 2 bills.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. And yeah, I neglected to mention and welcome Delegate Foley, newest member of this delegation committee. So it's great to see you, Linda, and be your colleague.
Thank you.
So the two final bills were both requested by WSSC. The first is PGMC 105-22, WSSC Minority Business Enterprise Utilization Program Termination Extension. And Guy Andes is here to represent WSSC. Guy, if you could just quickly just refresh our memory on what the bill does and any other relevant information you wanted to share.
Sure, I appreciate it. Mr. Chairman, good afternoon. Guy Andes, Government Affairs Manager for WSSC Water. Here on behalf of MCPG 105-22. This.
Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah,
You're still
sure.
on mute.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. You'd think by now I'd have this under control. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Guy Andes, Government Affairs Manager for WSSC Water on behalf of PGMC 105-22, here in support of the bill. This bill was
Again.
I'm sorry. We'll extend our statutory authority for our minority business enterprise program, utilization program for a period of 1 year. We're in the midst of completing our disparity study, and because of the pandemic that we're currently undergoing, the contractor performing the study has had some difficulty receiving the requisite responses from our contractors to complete the disparity study, which they believe will be completed in the spring of 2022. So this will give us the 1 year extension because the current authority expires on July 1st, 2022. And if the disparity study justifies the continuance of the program, we anticipate being back before you next year for the 5-year extension as we normally would in the normal course of business. We urge your support, and I'm here to answer any questions.
Any questions from the committee? Delegate
Move
Foley.
favorable, Mr. Chair. Oh, sorry.
I just had a quick question. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since I'm unfamiliar with this, it looks like this is a program that gets extended 5 years at a time. Is that correct?
Correct. So for any minority business utilization program, you have to have a disparity study to justify the existence of the program. So this was last done 5 years ago. We haven't been able to complete it. The state has taken a similar approach when they couldn't complete their disparity study in time of a 1 year extension.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? All right. We had a favorable motion from Delegate Lidkey. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right. All those in favor of the bill, please say aye and stick your thumb up.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. It appears to be unanimous. And we're on to the next bill, which is PGMC 106-22, WSSC hiring and promotion preferences, veterans and their spouses. We have Guy Andes here on behalf of WSSC. Mr. Andes, could you just refresh our memory quickly about the bill and anything else that you would like to share?
Yes, sir. Again, Guy Andes, Government Affairs Manager for WSSC Water, on behalf here in support of 106-22. This bill was brought to us by a customer of ours, and it basically repeals WSSC's current selection process for the appointment of veterans and adopts the process utilized by the state. Under current law, a veteran must have been honorably discharged from the armed services and been a bona fide resident of the state of Maryland at the time they enlisted into the armed services. We ask your support of this bill as we look to adopt that standard that the state currently uses.
Any questions? All right. Is there a motion?
Move favorable.
Move it. Second.
All right. The motion is second. Any discussion? All
Mr.
right,
Chairman, if I put both my thumbs up, does my vote count twice? Is that how it works?
I don't know. DLS is not here to answer that question, so you'll just have
Only
to
in
hold on to that.
Arizona. Only in Arizona.
So yes, all those in favor say aye and stick your thumbs up. One,
Aye.
please.
Aye.
One.
All
sorry.
right, it appears to be unanimous. So good job, committee. We have made our way through 4 of the bills, the easy bills. We have, I think, 2 more so far on our agenda that we can take up in our next meeting, which we don't know when that's going to happen, but stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot and have a happy holiday.
Happy
Thank you, Mr.
holidays.
Chairman.
Everyone,
You
stay safe and
too.
healthy,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.